Hi, this is Dominic. This is part 24 to that video. So everything's been good. I have another day off this week. This is my next day off. So yeah, I hope everyone has a good week. Thank you for everyone that have subscribed to my YouTube channel. It's really appreciated. Remember, I'm an independent YouTuber. I have no sponsors whatsoever. Apologize for the noise in the background. That's the AC because it's hot as a motherfucker outside. So yeah. But anyways, more reviews should be coming up pretty soon. Started some movies on Tubi. Still watch the Powerpuff Girls, Courage the Cowardly Dog. I got in my watch history, Hell's Kitchen, with the Bernie Mac show still. And I got recently started watching the Scooby-Doo show, stuff like that. But anyways, hope everyone has a good weekend coming up also. So, yeah. So, something weird that happened to me like last week, though. So, besides that other number that called me, a different area code, but that number, I'm assuming is that fake friend of mine. The person can never admit when they're wrong, or they hurt my feelings, but they want to smooth things over and have their mom play matchmaker. So I called that number back, though. It's a different number. At the time, though, I was expecting like a phone call from my dad, trying to return it if my dad called, because at the time last week, my dad was like in the urgent care because he was like ill. He's feeling better, though. So I called a second. There was two numbers, though, and that person who was a fake friend said they called different numbers. Use different numbers to call people because the person has trust issues. She has trust issues. So anyways, so I called that number back. They called me back, and they got an attitude with me, basically. So I called that number back last night. I ain't gonna say what the number is. It's different from the other number, though. That I never met. That was her. And she pops up every time I text it or call it. So anyways, this is a different number. So they're talking about bill collectors or something like that. I couldn't even tell if the person was male or female. I was half awake, half asleep. The person got me up in an idiot sleep, though. I was deep in an idiot sleep from watching movies all night. It was last week on my days off. So I called that number trying to be nice. Call it back. I thought it was my dad at urgent care, to be honest with you. So the person was talking about how I called their number before. First of all, I never did call that number, not once. It's a different number than that number that she pops up when I text that number. But anyways. So I'm trying to wrap my head around this, though. So there's a different number that called me. All these things are somehow connected, though, if it's that fake friend of mine. Because you can't leave a voicemail, but text will go through. Grant, text will go through. You can't leave a voicemail. There's no room to leave a voicemail. There's no audio. And I know it's a cell phone, not a landline, because it goes through. I know it's a cell phone, mobile phone. So the two, so there was different numbers from where I'm at. The other two numbers have the same area code, different numbers. The other one has a different area code, but near where I live, though, basically. So I texted that number. I'm assuming this is spam only, but who knows? Is it spam or spam? Something like that, but doesn't mean it's always spam, though. So I called that number back, and they're talking about, I got a complaint on this number. No. It's probably that fake friend. I'm assuming. I would not be talking shit about her. I don't like talking shit about people. I try my nice to treat others how you want to be treated. But when you make false promises, she could have easily rejected me. I had no interest of asking her out, though. My aunt said she's always cool with you. Ask her out. Maybe just as friends. So I started liking her, but she became a shitty friend and started playing mind games with mindfucker games. And now she wants to all talk all of a sudden. Every time I text that number or talk shit, she pops up. And I did not even mention the number once on my YouTube channel. The only thing I'm guilty of about our friendship was I was 100% honest with her. Or 99.9% honest. I take the 1% out, though. For different reasons. But I never did play mind games with her, not once. Yeah, I had a crush on her, but I talk about other girls I had a crush on, which I regret doing. And a coworker told me the person that introduced us, that should be a number one red flag. And the other person used to work with that fake friend of mine. That person that introduced us got fired for stealing $6,000 worth of stuff. So, yeah. So I called that number last night. That number tonight was her. And I said, I want to know that guy's baby mama name. Because that guy, she acted like it was her boyfriend just to piss me off. Found out he has a baby mama and a girlfriend. So I told that number, me and Ali Tabata, we go and run a train on his baby mama. And the person sounded like they were going to speak up, though, if it was her. Speak up. If you don't know who Ali Tabata is, independent rock rapper. The dude's talented. And he's still making music at 53. And he's still in the same band. Yeah, some of the members, like original members, quit, but they're still cool with each other because they're all buddies on Instagram. So, yeah. So, I told that number last night. I said, I'm going to run a train on that guy's baby mama. Me and Ellie Tabata B is going to run a train. I just have to message the guy on Instagram. Hopefully the fake friend sees this video. Be careful. Don't make assumptions and rude remarks to people if you like them. Don't test them. And the people she used to hang out with, like a couple girls, they quit hanging out, though. Wonder why. They quit talking to her. There's one girl she used to hang out with. I don't even know the girl's name. But it misses something, though. The fake friend can't even keep a boyfriend or girlfriend. It says a lot. Yeah, the only thing I'm guilty of is telling off-color stories, though. That you wouldn't tell people are a female or nothing like that. About what I read online, or articles I read, or videos I watched. But that's the only thing I'm guilty of. She's guilty of way more pushing the lines of playing mindfucker games with me. I forgave her. I never did say I was upset, though. I play it off. Because I'm a kind person. But, yeah. Then her mom says, "Oh, my daughter misses talking to you. She talks about you all the time. She calls you your bestie." Well, your daughter has my number. I don't have hers. This number called 3 days after she quit her job and never denied it was her, not once. I find that suspicious. And then they were gonna hope about answering the phone when I mentioned her name. They said, "Who's this?" I told them, that I mentioned the girl's name. I'm assuming they read the text. I'm just going to guess because the text goes through. It says it on my phone. So yeah. But anyway, there's no way she can't make it up to me. I'll still consider hanging out with her if she still considers. But as soon as she nags at me, I'm not a violent person. I'm very verbal, though. If we were dating, I would disappear for 48 hours, not going to cheat or nothing like that. But I'm going to disappear for 48 hours and relax. So, yeah. So, I'm going to call these 3 numbers up in a few. Apparently, that number that called me 3 days after you quit her job, apparently they're a fan of my YouTube channel. The reason why I say this is, plus, I put 2 together, it could be her, though. Good chance. One, she always pops up when I call that number. She told a coworker of mine, that's not my number. But she pops up when I call it. So I texted that number. Guess who I ran into? 20 minutes later, like last week. Or a week before, she pops up. 20 minutes later, after texting that number. Then she says, hi, Dominic. I tried to play the same playful games. I never did ask for her, not once, at her old job. When she was over there buying stuff. I could care less. I don't care about her Instagram. She's afraid to get burnt where she burnt me. I hope she's feeling the same pain I'm suffering. If she still has feelings for me, I hope she feels the same pain I'm feeling. But my pain's not really pain anymore. It's more anger. Not violent, but verbal. I'll cuss. Tell people how I feel. So, she never asked how I'm doing. The only thing she asked about was a job recommendation. Yeah, I gave her the job recommendation, I swear to God. I learned several lessons from that fake friend. Never be honest. If you like a girl, never be honest. That's the most mistake I made. Even my dad was like, women likes liars. She took that advice. Secondly, don't buy the flowers that become ungrateful piece of shit friends. Or make rude remarks. Then her mom plays matchmaker. I hope the mom knows what happened in February, though. I still want to know that guy's baby mama name. I'm dead serious. I still want to know that guy's baby mama name and tell her what that friend did, or she had him to help her test me. And me and Ali Tabatabi and Justin Morello is going to run a train on that guy's baby mama. You don't know who Justin Morello is? Well, he's the lead singer in that band I Hate Kate, Darling Thieves. The head poncho, the main singer, he distributes his own music. The dude's just turned 51. That's what I'm talking about. And Ali Tabatabi, they were in Zebrahead together. They were the original duo, the singers in Zebrahead, the original. Then it was Matty Lewis and Ali. Then it was Adrian Stella, President, and Ali. You get it, you get it. Peace.